Think of a number, the amount of money that would finally make you feel safe, comfortable, done worrying. Now here's something strange that researchers have found again and again. Whatever number you just thought of is almost exactly the number a person with half your income would have said. And it's almost exactly half of what someone with double your income would say. The number isn't fixed. It moves. It moves with you. Every time you get closer to enough, enough quietly walks a little further away. This is why people earning 10 times what they used to dream of still lie awake worried about money. It isn't greed, and it isn't a budgeting problem. There's a specific mechanism in the human mind that makes enough almost impossible to reach. And once you see it, you can finally stop running toward a line that was designed to move. Let's start with why the number moves at all. The answer is a process psychologists have studied for decades, and it's running in your head right now. When something good happens, a raise, a new car, a bigger place, you get a real jolt of pleasure. But your brain has a powerful automatic habit. It adapts. Whatever was exciting becomes ordinary. The raise becomes your normal paycheck. The new car becomes the thing in the driveway. And the feeling of, "this is amazing," quietly fades into, "this is just how things are." Researchers call this hedonic adaptation, and here's the part that matters for money. When the thing you have becomes your new normal, your baseline resets upward. The level you were so excited to reach becomes the floor you now stand on, take for granted, and quietly start to feel is not quite enough. So you look up, and there's a new level to want. A slightly nicer place, a slightly newer car, and your brain tells you the same lie it told you last time. That one, that's the one that will finally feel like enough. This is the treadmill. Not a treadmill of happiness exactly, a treadmill of expectation. You're not unhappy. You're just always standing at a starting line that quietly moved up to meet you. And from that new line, the finish always looks exactly as far away as it did before. But adaptation alone isn't the whole story. Because if it were just your own past you compared yourself to, you'd eventually feel rich. You'd remember having less and feel grateful. The reason that gratitude doesn't stick is the second mechanism, and it's other people. Humans almost never judge their wealth in absolute terms. We judge it by comparison. Your salary doesn't feel good or bad on its own. It feels good or bad compared to your brothers, your co-workers, the person you went to school with. There's a famous finding that captures this perfectly when researchers asked people whether they'd rather earn $50,000 a year while everyone around them earned 25, or earn 100,000 while everyone around them earned 200. A large share chose the first. They would take less actual money to have more than the people around them. Read that again. People will choose to be poorer in reality as long as they get to be richer than their neighbors. That's how powerful comparison is. Your sense of enough was never about your needs. It was always about the gap between you and the people you measure yourself against. And here's what makes the modern world so brutal for this. For most of history, you compared yourself to the few dozen people in your village. Now you compare yourself to everyone. Every scroll shows you someone with a better house, a better trip, a better life. Your brain treats each one as a neighbor, a local rival you're suddenly losing to. You're not keeping up with the Joneses anymore. You're keeping up with the entire planet's highlight reel. The comparison never ends, because there is always someone with more. And as long as enough means more than them, it will always be just out of reach. Now the two mechanisms combine into something genuinely dangerous. And it has a name: lifestyle inflation. Here's how the cage builds itself. You get a raise. For a moment you have breathing room, more money than your life costs. But adaptation and comparison go to work immediately. The nicer apartment that felt like a luxury becomes your normal. The better car becomes baseline. Within a year or two, your spending has quietly risen to swallow the entire raise. You're earning more than ever, and you have exactly as little left over as before. This is the cruel twist. People imagine that earning more will create freedom, room to breathe, to save, to stop worrying. But for most people, earning more just raises the cost of being themselves. The lifestyle expands to fill the income every single time. And because the new lifestyle instantly becomes the new normal, going back feels like loss, like punishment. So you can't easily climb down. The bigger life becomes a floor you're now trapped above. And this is why the worry never goes away, no matter how much you earn. Because the worry was never really about the money. It was about the gap. And you rebuild that gap at every income level. The person making 30,000 and the person making 300,000 can lie awake with the exact same feeling. That they are one step behind where they should be. Same fear, different size cage. The treadmill doesn't slow down when you succeed, you just get a nicer treadmill. So if the line always moves, and other people always have more, is enough just impossible? The research points to one quiet, powerful answer. Enough is impossible only as long as you let the world define it. The moment you define it yourself, it stops moving. The first move is the hardest and the most important. You have to decide, on purpose, what enough actually means for you. In real numbers, tied to your real life, not more, not rich. A specific picture, this home, this much saved, this kind of freedom. Because a target you never define is a target you can never hit. The vague wish for more is the treadmill's fuel. A concrete number is the thing that finally lets you step off. The second move is to fight comparison with attention. You can't stop your brain from comparing, but you can choose what it sees. The endless scroll feeds it 1,000 people with more, so you starve it. You deliberately turn your attention back to what you already have. The things that not long ago were the very enough you were desperately chasing. The home you wanted, the stability you prayed for. You are, right now, living inside someone's old dream. Probably your own, and the deepest move is to notice the lie in real time. The next time your brain whispers that the next thing will finally be enough, the better car, the bigger place, the higher salary, you can pause and recognize the voice. It said the same thing last time, and the time before. It will say it forever because saying it is its job. The instant you can hear it as a script instead of a truth, it loses its grip. So here's where this leaves you. If you've ever hit a goal you once dreamed of and felt almost nothing, if the raise, the home, the number arrived, and the worry simply moved to the next thing, you are not broken and you are not ungrateful. You're running a mind built to always look up, in a world built to always show you more. But the line only runs from you as long as you chase it. The moment you stop, turn around, and name what enough actually is, in your own words, for your own life, the chase ends. Not because you got more, but because you finally stopped letting the world move the line. You will never have enough by getting more, you'll only ever have enough by deciding what enough means, and having the courage to believe yourself. If you learned something today with us, like the video, share it and subscribe to the channel. But before you go, I want to know, what would enough actually look like for you? Be specific. Leave a comment down below.